Show me something new. There's a truck, there's a car, there's a street, there's a post, a pole, a sign, a tree, another tree. There's some black and white. There's some concrete. Probably a bird nest up in that tree somewhere. Squirrel's nest, bird's nest, whatever. Plastic on the side of the road, trash. Pole right there leaning. Sign on the pole telling the homeless not to hang out right there and collect money. People ran off the side of the bridge right here. I don't know if they survived or not, but there's a crash site, you know. Pylons. There's a gas station. How many of those have you seen? It's true about everything. Conversation. There's a Walgreens. Look at that. They come up with a small miniature Walgreens right there. And then there's a Walgreens there. There's a Walgreens there and one over there. Why don't they just punch a hole over there and have a drive-through in that one? Punch a hole in the concrete and make a drive-through. You know, crazy world. There's a subway. There's some trees. There's a fire hydrant. I've already seen that one before. There's a tire place. Seen that before. There's a bingo place up here on the right. Let's see if it's open. They're playing bingo right here. Look. Have you ever seen a bingo shop before? Oh, they're closed. Here's a bingo shop. Bingo. People play that, gamble. There's what is this called? Barber and beauty supply. Here's a parking lot. there's a lady. It's the epitome of calling this place. I think she's smarter than everybody. She's actually going to parking lots and doing a parking lot review. Oh, Lord. That's how bad it's gotten. There's a channel where she does parking lot. She says she'll go to an empty parking lot. So this is spacious parking lot. It's pretty, it looks, you know, it's got, you know, this and this, wide spaces. I mean, she's actually doing parking lot reviews. For real. This is the house I was raised in when I was like 5 years old. This is the house when I was born. This is the house I was raised in for 5 years right here. It still hadn't changed. Nothing's changed. That porch is still, I used to sit on that porch. Crazy world. It was a lot of trauma there. One reason I wanted to drive over here is just to kind of like face the trauma. There's a lot of trauma in that house. As an adult, it's stupid. But I remember as a kid, it was a lot of trauma. I mean, I had nightmares. Even as an adult, I would have nightmares about that house. And it wasn't really anything really bad. It's just the environment and the confusion about what this place was. I remember there was a couple living here, and our family was here, and they were over here fighting. And one time they found, like out in the front yard, they found some bones or something, saying it was human bones and all that stuff. Crazy world. And it's not even anything really, but it was like trauma. And no matter what city you go to, it's the same stuff. Look at that. No matter what city you go to, what are you gonna find? That says, I don't know if you can see it, but that light above the person there. It says E-CIGS, e-cigs. I bought a car from this guy one time, and it was a lemon, and I took it back, and I said, this thing broke down within the first week. He got mad at me like I was the bad guy when it was him. The lemon law, you can take and give something back. He was mad. And then his son took over the business years later. It's ridiculous. Well, you look back and no matter where you go, you're gonna, no matter who you talk to, no matter, let's say you go knock on all these doors and talk to these families, they're gonna be the same stories, similar stories, the same stuff, the repeat. Show me something new. There ain't nothing new. And if there ain't nothing new, why would you worship this place? Why would people worship the movie stars? Why would they worship the musicians? Why would you even believe any of that junk? There's nothing new. The only reason those people make money, because most of the time, their voice, like the voice that you hear, it's modified. It's not even their real voice. It's not even their real voice. Kind of blows your mind, to be honest with you. Look at the sky. It's just dark, black. Have you seen that before? Yeah, you've seen that before. Stoplights, you've seen that before. Green, red, black, white, and red. You've seen that before. I told you, black, white, and red is the cross, the blood of his cross. Red versus green is Cain versus Abel. It's a sine wave. It's a repeat. It's Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. It's just going around and 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 around. And the more you see it, the faster it turns. And the more you meditate on it, the more you see it, it's just like this. Everything's the same. Whether you're sleeping, whether you're awake, whether you're working, whether you're off work, no matter what you're doing, it's the same. Same truth. And when it finally explodes in your face and you see it, you say, well, okay, well, what does that mean? It's a cycle, whether it's a small cycle every nanosecond or every minute or every year, day, whatever, decade, 100 years. It's just a repeat. It's a birthing cycle. Why am I driving around talking about this? Why am I wasting my time? Because most people don't want to hear it. Why am I wasting my time? It's so obvious. The reason I'm doing this is because when you have people calling you, noise, problems, issues, the drama of the systems to keep you from seeing these truths that are so obvious, they're right in your face. Every moment is the now. Everything's happening now. They're putting a new concrete walkway right here. The good thing about this city here is always expanding, always doing something. It's better to expand than contract. As long as you're expanding and building and doing something, then it's growth and it's not death, you know. I'm not being pessimistic about the repeat. It's push to the next level. Push higher. That's fine, but don't stress about it. You go, like I'm gonna probably upload that other video where I said 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's the way this thing works. Why would you, think about it, why would you get in a relationship? So you so-called fall in love with this person that you don't really even know, and then you get along, you have a fight, and then you feel bad, and then you both feel bad, and then you get back together, back and forth. And then there might be a time where it finally settles down. But think about that. Why would two people who love each other fight, argue about something, even like ice trays and stuff, stupid stuff? It's like, why is that even a thing? Why is having a disagreement in the home even a thing? Why is it a thing? If both parties respected the other one's boundaries and served one another, it wouldn't even be a thing. This whole thing's it's a trip. It's a trip. Two steps forward, one step back. Pushing out the baby. Sacrifice. Cycle. Repeat. Blood, sweat, and tears. Sine wave. The only reason you can hear what somebody else is saying is because you can only know what you already are. You can only understand what you are. Like, okay, so you look at that tree. What is that tree? How can you understand what a tree is? Unless you eat it and it becomes a part of you. Unless you look at it and touch it and feel how durable it is, and look at the upright. It's upright, just like you stand upright. God made man upright, but he sought out many inventions. That pole, you can only understand that car because you are a car, you're a vessel, you walk. You can only understand what you are. Somebody saw a rock roll down the hill, so they said, well, let me make a wheel that rolls, and then they put a pole in there and make it roll. Because you've actually rolled down. When you were younger, you'd climb a hill and roll down a hill. Because it's a thing. Like somebody said one time, she said, everything's a thing. Exactly. The fact that she could even say that at her age blew my mind. Is that a thing? Everything's a thing. Everything is a thing. Actually met somebody in the 3D real world that could hear some of the stuff I'm saying. She'll probably show back up on the scene, because that's very rare. You meet somebody that can talk this talk, see the esoteric hidden in plain view. I mean, it would be so, if I couldn't see the deeper truths behind this reality, this building, this pylon, if I couldn't see deeper truths behind all this place would be so boring. You'd want to jump off a bridge somewhere, you know? I don't know how people do it. Just see the same thing every day and not even know it's a repeat. It's a simulation.